So a Conjuring TV series is coming, and welcome to Derry and It prequel series. See some updates. Let's talk about it, and let me explain. Now, the Conjuring TV series was shared and announced as a new show for HBO Max, or now known as Max, and The Hollywood Reporter said that a Conjuring series is in the works for HBO Max, won't adjust that new name, with Pete Safran attached, with James Wan in talks to serve as an executive producer. As of now, we don't know if James Wan will direct any of the episodes, but I'd love to see him come back to the director's seat for a Conjuring project, since he gave us the first two outstanding and scary Conjuring movies, and obviously many other fantastic horror movies, or many other fantastic and scary horror movies like Saw, Insidious, and a bunch of others that I can't name currently because I don't know. Next, it touches on how the series' narrative has been kept under wraps. Although it's been said that the TV series storyline will follow the events that took place in the movies. I felt kind of confused when I heard following the events that took place in the movie, since I thought that meant a retelling of them, but someone mentioned more of what happened after, or mini sequels to the movies. Also, it does say movies, so maybe the full trilogy, etc. I take the fact of them either being a retelling or mini sequels with a grain of salt, since there's no confirmation. Although if it's sequels, will it also feature the original characters of the movie, or original actors / actresses? That would be really cool. Some have said it also could be an anthology of all the Warrens' cases in the room of dolls and hell and all of that, like Annabelle and all of the other things. Although that conflicts with the reports, or some of the reports, so who knows? It's also not been said if Vera Farmiga or Patrick Wilson will return as the Warrens, Ed and Lorraine Warren to be exact. Although I really hope they will, since their chemistry and characters are so entertaining, and I love watching them on screen. So my only hope is that they'll be in the TV series or in the series. Also, it does touch on the fact that the Conjuring 4 is coming, and how fans shouldn't be scared of this ending the universe's big screen or theatrical presence. I personally didn't know a Conjuring 4 was coming, or forgot before reading this post, so cool. It said how James Wan is very passionate about ending it the right way, which is awesome, and I can only hope he returns to the director or the director's seat, since the first film he stepped away from as director, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, didn't perform as well with the fans, or with fans. I still have yet to see it, although will soon, of course, as I love this series, and yeah, can only hope James Wan returns for something there or all. Obviously, he'll be involved somehow as some form of producer, as always. I just love to see him return to the director's chair, or to director, or to direct. Next in the video is the Welcome to Derry TV series, also coming to HBO Max apparently in 2024. The cast has been announced, and this is only some of the cast, and they're Taylor Page, Jovan Adepto. As I said, I will obviously butcher names as I always say in my videos, or as I always say in the videos. James Remar and Chris Chalk, who will star in the series. I'll assume these will be the adult actors and actresses. I don't know if they plan on featuring kid versions, if these are the main characters or protagonists, although I guess it says stars, or said stars, so I know I said I was paranoid of James Wan not coming back to The Conjuring, or for The Conjuring, although apparently Andy and Barbara Machete are on board as directors for several episodes of the It prequel series, Welcome to Derry series. Since they directed It Chapter 1 and 2, the both It 2017 and 2021 movies, I put my full trust into them, and I feel this series will rock and will be awesome and cool, and obviously scary. I know there will be other directors, but as of now, I have faith in it, the Welcome to Derry series. Variety obviously reported on last year the series will begin in the 1960s, in the time leading up to the events of It Part 1, or It Chapter 1, and will feature the origin story of Pennywise, and obviously will feature Pennywise the Dancing Clown, or Pennywise a Clown, or Pennywise also, and obviously. Also, this isn't in the script for the video, but it's very interesting that they touch on the origin story, or original story of Pennywise, because that makes me think of all the story from Stephen King's original It book, and obviously from the It miniseries or movies, and obviously It Chapter 1 and 2. There's so much story that has not been touched on in either of those movies, and has been touched on in those movies, and also from Stephen King's book It. So I would love to see how much they go into it, because I would love to see way more of Pennywise dove into, or more explained of Pennywise. I understand obviously going too deep or explaining too much of the background or story or origin story of Pennywise and characters and all of horror can get a bit annoying and take away a bit of the fear and horror of it all, although there's so much I want to see explored, and so much of I want to see explored, so much spider light, just insane shit and stuff I want to see explored. Now, on the topic of Pennywise, there's been some conflicting reports on Bill Skarsgård not coming back to play Pennywise, with him giving advice to the next actor to play the clown, and him saying he's not involved as of then, although now, according to Jeff Snyder of the Hot Mic podcast, apparently he's coming back as Pennywise and is in talks with a deal for Welcome to Derry, the series. As always, I'd take it with a massive grain, or with a grain of salt, but I don't know. I love him as Pennywise, or I love him as Pennywise. It's one of those roles where you feel scared for someone like else to play it, although are very happy when you get someone else who can play the character perfectly. Also nondescript. A lot of us horror fans, and even like, people from all sorts of genres of film and like, filmmaking and movies, is we always get scared when someone else comes in to play a new character, or a obviously like, very old character, or a character that's been played by many other people like Batman, the Joker, all that, and even also like Pennywise and It. Obviously, first we had like, the first It miniseries movie had Tim Curry, and then we got a new Pennywise as Bill Skarsgård. I didn't feel as much fear for It and everything because it came so, like, I didn't even know Bill Skarsgård was playing it. I just knew another It was coming, and then I saw the first trailer and I was like, oh my god, holy shit, this guy can play Pennywise. Bill Skarsgård can play Pennywise the dancing clown, or Pennywise the clown, or Pennywise. We someday may get a new one, although I can only hope this is all true, that Bill Skarsgård is currently in talks to come back as Pennywise for the Welcome to Derry series, coming to HBO Max in 2024. So that's all I want to talk about in the video. What are your thoughts? Are you happy and excited for the Conjuring and Welcome to Derry series? Do you feel Bill Skarsgård will be coming back, or will be back as Pennywise? What do you feel the plots of these two series will be, The Conjuring and Welcome to Derry? What are your thoughts? As per usual, all sources will be linked down below. Thanks for watching. Peace out, and peace out.